What is going on, Ada Nation? Welcome to Dapp Central. My name is Fareed. In today's video, we're going to be jumping into the latest ecosystem updates in Cardano. The very first topic I want to jump into is going to be surrounding the Genius Yield project, which is going to be an order book style DEX building on Cardano with a highly anticipated testnet coming at the end of September or in the early part of October. Second, I want to jump into a pretty brief set of updates surrounding World Mobile, some surrounding their uptime, some new air notes, as well as their buyback program. Third, I want to jump into updates surrounding WingRiders and some recent token launches that have concluded on their platform, as well as a brand new liquidity pool which is now open for the OrcFax token. Now, following that, I have a pretty brief update surrounding USDT being supported on the Liqwid platform. And then last but not least, we have the MAYZ token launching their first ever liquidity pool on the Spectrum Labs DEX. Now, as always, if it's your first time stopping by the channel, my goal here is to provide you in the Cardano community with the latest news, tutorials, and updates surrounding the top builders in the ecosystem. I'm also a single stake pool operator operating the official Dapp Central stake pool, which is stake pool ticker DAPP. If you'd like to support me on my mission to educate the broader Cardano community, then consider delegating with the stake pool. Jumping into the very first topic that I want to discuss as a part of today's video, we've got some updates surrounding the alpha testnet registration, which is officially open for the Genius Yield DEX. So this has been coming for quite a bit of time. There was a minor delay, I believe, in June or July, which had basically pushed the launch of their testnet out until right about now, towards the end of September or early October. Now, the alpha testnet registration will be available for anybody who holds any of their ISPOs from, any of their NFTs from their ISPO. So I'll leave the link to that particular collection down below. But as long as you hold the NFT from the ISPO, you are able to get access to a specific channel within their Discord, which then gives you additional access to sign up for the alpha testnet. So a pretty simple and straightforward update here. As soon as I get access to it, you guys can definitely bet that I'll be releasing additional content breaking down what we can expect as a part of the DEX. Now, if you're not aware, this is just going to be for the DEX side of things. They already have their live staking platform on the mainnet, which supports staking for the Genius Yield token, I believe the Genius X token, the new net token, the Empower token, as well as the NMaker token. So that's going to be the very first update that I want to jump into there. Again, pretty simple and straightforward update surrounding their testnet. Jumping into the next piece here surrounding the Genius Yield protocol, we have Atlas V 0.3.0, which has officially been released. If you guys are not familiar with their Plutus application backend or their PAB, this is going to be open source tooling simplifying the development of smart contracts on Cardano. Now, they did have a proposal out to upgrade this to version 2.0, and as you guys are maybe not aware, that was unfortunately not funded. So the team is still committed to delivering the PAB 2.0, whether they are funded or not, which is obviously a really great sign, but that could potentially take them a little bit more time given the fact that they are not getting funded as a part of Project Catalyst. One other thing to keep in mind is that because Catalyst is an ongoing thing, at least it should be moving forward, we could potentially see another try from the Genius team to get funded as a part of funding round number 11. So that will take me through the first set of updates. Again, pretty simple and quick updates surrounding Genius Yield. Next, I want to jump into some updates surrounding World Mobile. So the very first thing we're going to touch on is going to be the network uptime. So shout out to the team. They've now been up and running for over 500 days. I believe at the time that I'm shooting this video, the network has been up now for over 507 days in total without any downtime. So 500 days or 12,000 hours or 720,000 minutes. But it states that today they're delighted to announce that the network has been up for that amount of time. And you can find out more about the network stats using their link, which is available at wmtscan.com. Jumping into the next piece here, we've got an additional 3 air nodes which have been deployed, bringing the total number of air nodes deployed to 438. all within the Zanzibar region. Now, we are expecting a rollout within the United States, as well as the implementation of their cookie cutter model within Pakistan. And so I believe that once we begin to see an uptick in implementation and just rollout of the infrastructure in those two countries, that we're then going to see a huge, massive uptick within the Airnode installations or Airnodes just live right now on the network. Another thing to add to this is that they are getting ready for OPAN or Operation Airnode within the United States, which will allow for people within the country to purchase Airnodes and begin to put them up in order to back or at least get the infrastructure started for the World Mobile Network. Jumping into the next tab, we've got an update surrounding their buyback program. So as it stands right now, the WMT buyback, which I believe occurs once per week, has now bought back an additional 17,000 WMT tokens. That's equivalent to about $1,800 right now, or about 7,000 ADA's worth. Now, when it comes to the total amount that they've bought back to date, that currently sits at 221,000 of the WMT tokens, which is equivalent to about $23,000 US or about 91,000 ADA. So shout out to the team. These buybacks will be going back to the Earth node operators, as well as Air node operators, and I believe World Mobile token stakers. Jumping into the next tab, we've got a pretty brief article surrounding aerostats being a potential solution in the country of Angola. And there's a fully dedicated article, which I'll leave a link to down below. But if you guys are not already following the World Mobile team on their blog, not only do they post update articles like this, they also have their diaries, which break down all of their progress on a month-to-month basis. So I did want to quickly highlight this here. A lot of really good information surrounding the potential future and what we could see implemented in additional countries as World Mobile begins to ramp up. Jumping into the next tab, we've got another pretty big announcement here surrounding the World Mobile team attending Mobile World Congress 23, which will be taking place in Vegas. Now, I believe that the team will also be in Vegas for NFT LV, which I'll be attending early next week as well. So two back-to-back events taking place in Las Vegas. And I believe that this one did take place, I believe, in Barcelona last year, but it was a really good turnout. The team was able to bring a lot of information and get a lot of exposure with respect to other people within the mobile network industry. So I'll be keeping an eye out for any big announcements that come out as a part of this latest event, again, which will be taking place in Las Vegas. Jumping into the next tab, I want to play a brief snippet here coming in from Gregory Gottlieb, who's going to be the head of the infrastructure and just aerial platforms that the World Mobile team is going to be using. So this is going to be a tease of something upcoming very soon. And if you guys are not already following them on Twitter, definitely make sure to go ahead and do so in order to stay updated when it comes to posts and teases just like this one.
Hi World Mobilers, this is Gregory Gottlieb, head of aerial platforms at World Mobile. I've checked in at Dubai International Airport and I'm heading on an exciting adventure. 2 suitcases packed full of goodies to use, and I'll tell you what for. I'm going via...
So an interesting tease there. Obviously, they're not letting us know what Gregory is getting ready for, but I do have a few guesses. And if you guys have any yourselves, then please make sure to let me know down in the comment section below. Now, the team was aiming to get a potential aerostat up within the month of September, which gives us about 7 days left until we have a pretty big announcement. So hopefully everything goes according to plan, but I believe that will wrap it up for updates surrounding the World Mobile project. As always, if you guys are enjoying this video so far, I would appreciate you if you could tap that like button. If it's your first time stopping by the channel and you want more content like this surrounding the top builders in Cardano, consider subscribing. And if you have any questions for me surrounding anything we're discussing as a part of today's video, then make sure to leave a comment down below. The next set of updates I want to jump into will be brief, but they'll be surrounding the WingRiders protocol. So WingRiders is going to be an AMM style protocol, and they now, I believe, have over 400 trading pairs listed. Now, as a part of Project Catalyst, they had, I believe, a total of 5 different proposals, and one of them that did actually get voted through was for an open source on-chain DAO governance protocol. So that requested a total of 566,000 ADA, and with a total of 407 votes which were casted, they had an upvote amount of 156 million ADA with a downvote amount of 103 million ADA. So this was successfully funded, and we should begin to see the team working on this over the course of the next couple of months. Jumping into the next tab, we have a pretty big announcement surrounding the ADA/FACT liquidity pool, which is now open on the WingRiders DEX. If you guys missed my prior videos, I touched on the fact that the OrcFax protocol was going to be using the WRLP, or the WingRiders Launchpad, in order to launch their token. Now, there were a few hiccups. The team did release a fully dedicated Medium blog touching on everything that has happened and what they've learned from the initial launch, but it appears to all be due to high demand for the OrcFax token. Similarly, the OrcFax team did also release a statement surrounding the launch of their token, but nonetheless, they have now moved forward to actually launching their liquidity pool on the WingRiders DEX. So if you guys are looking to pick up the FACT token, you can go ahead and do so. Keep in mind that they will also be tradable on other DEXs, but I don't believe that any other DEX will have as deep of a liquidity pool as the WingRiders protocol. So right now, if you're looking to get in or out of the FACT token, and you don't want to basically lose in terms of the trade, price impact, and slippage, then definitely check out the WingRiders liquidity pool, which is available on their DEX. Moving over into the next tab, this is just following on to that last article or that last update. And it basically states here that you can now earn double yield, right, with the ADA/FACT farm. So you can receive the WRT token, which is going to be the native governance token for the WingRiders protocol, as well as the FACT token by providing liquidity into that particular platform. So keep an eye out if you did participate as a part of the Launchpad and you're going to be a long-term holder and you also have some ADA set aside, you could definitely earn a little bit more by providing some liquidity. That's going to wrap it up for the updates there surrounding the WingRiders protocol. Next, we're going to jump right on into LQ. So LQ is going to be a DeFi lending and borrowing marketplace on Cardano. We saw them launch back in early February. Since then, they've opened up markets for, I believe, ADA, JED, Shen, and they're now adding USDC as well as USDT. Now, both of those two stable coins are not native to Cardano, but they will be being bridged over into the ecosystem by the One Chain bridge. So OneChain is a platform that has its own governance token, but they specialize in bridging assets to different ecosystems. So not only are we getting access to USDC and USDT within Cardano, we're now also exposing Cardano into other ecosystems where the OneChain platform is bringing or bridging out to from the Cardano network as well. So it is a beneficial partnership. Not only are we getting new tokens in the Cardano ecosystem, such as these two stable coins, but we're also able to get Cardano out in a wrapped version into other ERC20 networks. So it reads here, following the successful USDC integration, USDT is now also available on the Liquid Finance protocol. You can now supply USDT in order to earn LQ rewards. Now, you can also bridge USDT to Cardano from Arbitrum, Ethereum, Polygon, Tron, and more using the official OneChain bridge, which is available at bridge.onechain.org. So a pretty quick update surrounding the Liquid protocol. Last but not least, we're going to jump into some news surrounding the MAYZ platform. So MAYZ is aiming to be a decentralized index fund platform building on Cardano, allowing members in the ecosystem to contribute or purchase multiple native assets using token baskets. Now, I released a fully dedicated video breaking down the fact that the MAYZ team had chosen to partner up with Spectrum Finance in order to launch their first ever liquidity pool. If I jump over to the next page here, that liquidity pool has officially launched. And as you guys can see there, I can now swap for ADA, or I can swap my ADA for the MAYZ token. So right now, I believe the token is trading at a value of 0.99 ADA per token, and that has actually dropped off a little bit since the initial token launch. Now, if you jump over to the liquidity pool page here, if we search over for MAYZ, we can also see that there is a brand new liquidity pool with a 24-hour APR of 32%. Unfortunately, because the pool is quite new, we don't have a TVL or a 24-hour trading volume just yet. So again, a pretty big update here surrounding MAYZ. We are seeing the race for index fund protocols on the Cardano network, with Matera also launching, as well as Linkage Finance. If you guys would like to find out more about the MAYZ tokenomics, I'll leave the link to their official Gitbook down below, which is listed here. And again, pretty simple and straightforward. And also check out my other videos surrounding the MAYZ protocol. That will take us through the end here for today's brief update surrounding the Cardano ecosystem. As a part of today's video, we touched on Genius Yield, World Mobile, and some pretty big milestones, the WingRiders platform and their FACT token pool launch, as well as the Liqwid adoption of USDT and USDC, and then the recent Liquidity pool launch for the MAYZ token. If you guys found any part of today's video to be helpful or insightful, I would really appreciate you if you could tap that like button. If it's your first time stopping by the channel and you want more content like this, consider subscribing. And if you have any questions for me surrounding anything we've touched on as a part of today's video, then make sure to leave a comment down below. That said, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video.